and we are kicking off another wonderful day at the ultimate land, water, and RV show. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Let me tell you what, that outdoor showdown really kind of took some people for a loop last night, didn't it?
Mad at us because they're all on that side and we're over here by ourselves.
I mean, come on. Yeah, look, hey, look, you got 2,000 points. You guys got 2,000 points.
Yeah.
Two Traveling Dogs got 2,000 points. Soulful RV.
Coming back.
We're going to come
You're
back.
coming back. Well, you know what? I think you are coming back because, Tia, you got Chef Keith, and today's competition is the ultimate outdoor cook-off where you guys are going to be making breakfast for Ian Baker, who's going to be judging today. Are you excited about that?
I'm super excited.
And you know what else we got today? We're going to be introducing Electric World. We're going to be introducing a behind-the-scenes look at the Napalo boat and how it's made. The absolute best entry-level pontoon boat you're ever going to find. We got Ian's going to be giving us an introduction to motorhomes. So if you've been wondering what it's like to have a motorhome, what type of motorhome to go check out, which one's going to be right for the family, which one's right for the adventurous couples, Ian's going to have it today. And I want to get a quick word from everybody about, so far, the ultimate land, water, and RV show. Do you have a favorite thing that has stood out so far? Soulful RV family. Tia, anything you like so far?
We've had such a blast. There's so many things that have come to light. I don't know if I can pick one thing. You have
just being here with all these people.
Yeah.
It's great. Our kids have gotten a chance to get outside. Just like I said, a beautiful campground.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm competitive, so I love competition.
Yes.
You said cooking and grilling. I'm ready.
Like I always say, Nelly, it's on like what?
Pot of neck bone.
It's on like a pot of neck bones today with that ultimate camping cook-off. Now, follow your detour. Anything that stood out for you guys as far as, you know, something that you enjoyed or maybe something that you learned?
I got to tell you, I really enjoyed the Napalo boat. We got to go out, spend a little time on the water, and it's a beautiful lake back there. It was an excellent time. So much fun. Really, really liked that part.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then, Jurgis, what do you guys think? What's
Yes
been
to
your
all the
favorite parts?
above. I agree. And even just in between, like taking the boat out and actually testing it out ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, love it. And hanging out with everybody too. That's been a favorite of mine.
I thought for sure it would be winning a couple of competitions.
Well, I knew Nelly was going to say that because she's just been reminding everybody.
You got to rub it in, huh? I'm really excited about something that's to come because I'm excited about Electric World. I'm excited about the behind the scenes to the Napalo. I'm really excited about our service and maintenance expert panel that's coming up later today. But more importantly than that, boondocking is something all of y'all have done. And my buddy Ian Baker is going to show you how to do it right now.
Hey guys, you see my ball? Titleist, number 3?
Yeah, bro. One
Hey,
rolled
guys.
through here a few minutes ago. Yeah. Hey, man.
Who took it? Prickle? Did he get it? Did he get my ball?
It was. Here's the stool, man.
Thank you, guys.
I didn't strategically have that sitting there for you. or
No,
anything
not at
like
all.
that.
Wasn't magic? Wasn't movie
It's
magic?
a magic stool.
Hey,
It's
buddy,
a magic
mind if
stool.
I pull up right next to you?
Yeah, he might.
Ah, Prickle, my man.
What's going on, IB?
Oh, you know, just out there golfing, looking for a ball. I don't know where it went.
You're golfing?
Why not?
I thought we were boondocking.
Oh, all right, fair
Did
enough.
we boondock on a golf course?
Let's talk a little bit about boondocking. I know
Awesome.
you guys do quite a bit of it, right?
We do.
And just, I guess, kind of tell me, what is it that you love about boondocking? What is it that kind of got you started?
You know, for us, it was trying to get an authentic camping experience, you know, the one that
Okay.
you had as a kid
Yeah.
out in nature, you know. And boondocking really is just camping without hookups, you know, no
Yeah.
water, no
Yeah.
sewer, no electric,
Yep.
you know, so it's dry camping.
Yeah.
But originally, again, it was just trying to get that same experience, and we were doing it, you know, for fun.
Yep.
But as the years have went by and more people are RVing, now it's become more of a necessity because because we can't get reservations a lot of times.
Okay.
So, you know, we'll pop on, you know, a site, find some boondocking sites close to us.
Yep.
And, you know, we just jump.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny you say boondocking sites, right? Because I think so many people have this illusion that boondocking, right? Like you're out in the boonies, right? Like
Right.
out in the middle of nowhere. And that's,
Yeah.
that's not necessarily the case. Like you said, sometimes you can be at a beautiful site like this one.
Awesome.
You just don't have
On the
hookups.
golf course.
Yeah.
No, you know, but you're right, because a lot of them are developed campsites.
Yep.
You know, more and more RV parks as well, because they see how many people want to come in,
Yep.
and they're not going to be able to develop more campsites. So
Right.
what they do is they put in areas, as Digby is attesting to, they'll put in more areas for dry camping.
Yep.
So if you can't get a site in the regular park, they've got an area for you to go out there and boondock.
And sometimes they even have fire pits set up.
okay.
We've been to some where they have chopped wood ready for you.
Chopped wood.
Wow.
They're really hospitable if you find the right one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, some of the nicest people are out there boondocking, you know.
Oh, yeah.
People think that, you know, boondockers are people that have, you know, converted a 1969 Grand Torino and threw a garden shed on it, and they're parked out there
nothing wrong with
living
that,
in the hills.
though.
No, that's pretty nice.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
I did that one time. But no, I mean, that's what they think of when they think about people that boondock. But
Sure.
now you've got people, you know, from everything from, you know, a small towable all the way up to $500,000
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
diesel pushers that are going dry camping. And it's just awesome to talk to them.
Well, and kind of like we talk about, right? Like sometimes it does get you to those better spots. You know, I mean,
Oh,
my
yeah.
in-laws
Yes.
are at a beautiful, beautiful resort. And there's a
Right.
lot of stuff to do, right? It's great for the kids.
Yeah.
We can go swimming. They have a pool and stuff like that. But sometimes it's also great just to be able to get out a little bit further, right?
Yeah.
Those type of resorts are more like what I call, you know, Chris Young resorts. You know,
Chris,
the tuxedo RV man. That's what I see. That's his style, you know.
We like to stagger, you know, so we'll like go to a nice resort. We'll get our
Yep.
laundry done.
Right. There you go.
Things that are easier to do at a resort, then we'll go boondocking.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll go to a state park, and then we'll go to a resort again. So it's like we stagger. We know where we can fill our tanks.
Okay.
We know even at some rest areas we have found in states, you can use their sewer facilities to dump your tanks there.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, so
I'm glad you're talking about that because I do not talk about dumping tanks. Yeah, Texas.
You got to.
Texas is an awesome place. They have some areas just to pull off on some of their roads.
Okay.
Texas is obviously big, so
Sure.
you're rolling through these pretty deserted areas. You're not going to find a park, but they have these little roadside stops you can pull off, spend
Very
the night,
cool.
just
Oh,
spend the
oh,
night,
okay, okay.
and then move
on.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome.
So with you guys kind of bouncing back and forth, right? Like, you know, doing a little bit of boondocking and then going to a resort. What, I guess, extra items or things do you need to bring with you to help boondock?
The generator, bro.
I thought you were pointing at me.
No. Well, you know what? You're pretty helpful.
I was like, I get it, right? She's clearly dumping the tanks.
I know, because I'm not touching that. No, I mean, yeah, a generator, a unit has a built-in generator, which is great, but
Okay.
you can also use a portable unit.
Yep.
And for the dogs especially, some areas are going to be hot. We do not want them being uncomfortable. So we have the
Yes.
generator. It can run, you know, the air conditioners. It can run everything. But keep in mind with the generator, you know, you want to turn it off at a decent hour. Some, even boondocking sites have rules.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so you got generator hours in a lot of those sites as well.
Sure.
And so you're going to want to turn that off at a specific time. But
Yeah.
a generator is so important.
Yep.
Fill tanks, you know, as she mentioned.
A temperature monitor, because a lot of times you don't know, you know, if you have to leave the dogs while you're boondocking, you cannot rely on power. So a temperature
That's a good
monitor
point.
is really good to have.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yep.
you
Yep.
know if there's
Yep.
a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's a good point, right? Because a lot of people, especially if they're new to RVing, may not completely understand the difference between like 120 and 12 volt, right? And
Right.
they may
Right.
think that they can run their AC off a battery, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But battery power as well. You know, when you get an RV, you need one that's going to fit your needs.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you can get one and you're going to want to do mods to it. You know,
Yeah.
you may want to
half
add
the fun.
some. Yeah, bro. You want to add some battery packs and stuff like that.
Okay.
We are wired for solar, but we don't have solar panels yet. That's something that we want to do
Okay.
that can extend your time boondocking. So check out, you know, how long you're going to stay because your battery power may not be enough. And if you're, you know, not running your generator a lot, it kind of gets a hassle.
Have all your supplies too. Get your food before you get there.
Okay.
Have things that are easy to cook. Maybe you can
Wine's easy to cook.
Yeah. Maybe you can make some things ahead, things that go good on the grill. You know, like recyclable paper plates, so you're not doing the dishes.
Smart.
You know,
Okay. Yeah.
Just those things because your tanks fill up pretty fast when you're taking a shower. If you
Yeah,
can
oh, absolutely.
You know, so just be mindful of the water.
And she brings up a great point. You
Okay.
know, since she loves to empty the tanks, you know,
So she loves
she
that.
loves it.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So, you know, you've got now the availability of some portable tanks you can drain into, take those to facilities nearby.
Okay.
And empty those. So that kind of is a revolving thing that you can do. So you can empty tanks. That's
Yep.
not an issue.
Yep.
Sometimes it's an issue with water.
Okay.
So, you're going to run out of water at some point. So, what I like to do is I'll fill up a 5-gallon jug, several 5-gallon jugs, and I'll use the pump from the unit to siphon water in and use that inside the unit. That way I don't have to break camp, to go
fill
out.
up the tank. Yeah, that's smart.
That's
I
lazy.
like that.
It's lazy.
Some people might think you're sacrificing things for boondocking, but you're gaining so much. So you have to think, what do I like? So when we went to Great Basin National Park and we did boondock there, the stars at night were amazing. We couldn't have gotten that anywhere else. So when I think of the rewards from boondocking and the experiences we've had doing that far outweigh any fancy resort.
We didn't have to camp next to Chris Young's family.
True.
We moved.
I heard they're the worst.
They are the worst. No, I mean, it's just, I just can't express enough how wonderful it is to boondock. I mean, it is really just a true experience. And, sometimes you make a reservation. We had this recently where we made a reservation. We got to the park. It wasn't us. I'm not going to say it was bad, but for us, we had to go.
Sure.
And so all I did was I got on the internet and I looked on maps for something green.
Okay.
That's the key.
Okay.
Look for something green.
And the satellite views. You can see a lot
views.
from that.
And then you find out, hey, that's close to me. And so now you start researching that area. And that's how you really can find some great boondocking sites. Because if it's green, someone's been there. Unless it's like, you don't want to go to like a bombing range. Sometimes I've done that. Yeah. Had that happen before.
So scary.
Yes.
With some of those special considerations, right? Like we talk about, extra water, bigger tanks, things like that. If someone is new and they're thinking about, doing a little bit of boondocking, I guess what would they look for in an RV if they're planning on doing some serious boondocking?
Well, we have a big unit.
Yeah.
And it's tall.
It's tall, and so
it's hard.
It's hard. So it's 40 feet long. That's not really the problem. It is the height. It's a full profile fiber. And so what happens is I can't get a 13.6 high fiber under a 10-foot limb.
Gotcha.
And so you may want to take that into consideration, the size of your unit, more than anything else, the height of the unit. And sometimes...
Something I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah. So, sometimes if your unit's too high, I've just kind of gunned it and, went under the limb, but that hasn't always worked.
I cannot recommend that.
I don't recommend it.
But boondocking doesn't have to be out in the boonies either.
No, we talked about it. Yeah. I mean, you can really be in some great places.
Yeah.
And so if you're set on that big unit, try to find
a little more
sites.
specific sites. Yeah, right. Do a little research ahead of time, make sure the site's going to be good.
While you have cell service, don't wait until you're out there to try to find out the information.
I don't even know if we...
And a cell booster.
Cell booster.
That's a good one.
We work on the road, so we've got to have somewhere. We've got to be able to have a hotspot if there's, not Wi-Fi.
This has nothing to do with your original question, but a cell booster.
That's good. No, like I said, it's always good to talk about some of those things that, again, you may need. Things you don't think about. And, the 5-gallon jugs, that's one I wouldn't have thought of. Cell booster, that is a great point.
Pack in, pack out.
Pack in, pack out. But again, when you're looking for an RV, specifically size of unit, and does it have the things that you need to boondock, or are you willing to make the modifications to that unit to make it boondocking compatible?
Yeah.
I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate just kind of sharing a little bit of insight with me.
Hey, you want to go boondocking again?
Yeah, absolutely. You ready right now?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm ready right now. You like beer. You can teach me about beer. I'll teach you about wine.
Okay.
And we can both complain about Chris Young.
Where do I fit into this?
You get both.
Oh, okay.
Both.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, IB.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too, Papa.
Hey, honey, look what I got. A triggerfish.
Don't settle for the trips you've always taken.
There's a different way to travel. And RVing is the way to go.
Look at this area. So cool. We're here!
You can see new things. Travel to new places. Seek new adventures.
It's moving.
All without leaving home behind.
so fun.
I know.
Travel different with Camping World.